Hello everyone, my name is Nadindra Litohai Winarto with the last student number 203. Today, I'm going to present to you a scooping review with the topic of analysis of hate speech in social media and how it can differ based on the characteristic. So, to do the scooping review, I have prepared a few questions that I use to identify some of the papers or article that I found to if it's relevant to the topics that I'm bringing today. And for the question is the first one is how hate speech in social media can be categorized based on the target. And the next question is there any objective of the hate speech? Who is it intended to? And does it has any distinguished characteristic? So with these two research questions, I have picked several papers or articles that I found relevant and related to my topic today. So from those two or few questions that I have that I determined as the research question, I have found 5 articles that are relevant to this topic. So for the first one, it is titled Hate Lingo, a target-based linguistic analysis of hate speech in social media. And the second one is peer-to-peer hate speech instigators and their targets. The third one is how hate speech varies by target identity, a computational analysis. The fourth one is emotionally informed hate speech detection, a multi-target perspective. And the last one is improving hate speech type and target detection with hateful metaphor features. So, we will further discuss the similarity and differences between these 5 articles or papers. And for now, we will further discuss the similarity of these 5 articles. So for the main similarity of these 5 articles is that these 5 articles use social media as their main primary source of data analysis. So they pick social media as where they found the data and what they analysis for this case. And aside from that, they also have the same target. They also have found the same research result. The first one is the target-oriented nature of the hate speech in social media. So every article emphasizes that hate speech is inherently targeted-oriented and that understanding who is being targeted is crucial for both detection and social policy. So every article has said that every hate speech in social media is target-oriented, meaning that every hate speech always intended to someone. It'll always be targeting someone, and it will always be to something or someone, an object of hate. And the next one is hate speech needs context. So all 5 articles reinforce the theory that hate speech cannot be understood from language alone. It requires knowledge of social context, stereotypes, and power dynamics. So it is all 5 articles say that every hate speech has their own background. It has their own stereotypes or knowledge background of how it could happen and how it started. So without this context or background, we cannot understand the hate speech fully and how it play role in the chain of the hate speech in social media. So the next one that I want to discuss is the differences of the 5 articles that I have found. So for the main differences that I can identify is that every article have a different objective and focus based on the characteristic of hate speech they analyze. So basically, every 5 article has their own source of hate speech to analyze, and they made several different findings from the hate speech they've been analyzing. So the This means that every article has a different research objective and focus. So I have listed some of the differences, and this will be based on the list of articles that are relevant to this topic based on the one that I have listed previously in the previous slides. So for article number 5, or the fifth article, it's focused on metaphors as a primary information source for the detection of the hate speech in social media. And for the article number 1, they focus on a broader psycholinguistic markers. For the article number 2, they focus on analyzing the personality and feasibility of the people sending and receiving hate. And for the article number 3, they focus on identity category of the target. So another differences that I have found is that every article have a different classification of hate types. So each article have also found a different type of classification and what result they have found in the paper. So for article number 1 and number 2, they distinguish between hate that directed to an individuals and a hate that directed to a groups. And they distinguish this and name it as something that individualized or group targeted type of hate speech. So for article number 3 and article number 4, they categorize hate by the topic. And this topic can include many things, mostly maybe more the most popular one is like racism, sexism, and xenophobia. And it's not limited to that, there is many more in social media. And article number 5 explicitly aims to improve detection in cases of implicit hate speech where metaphors are often used to bypass filters. So article 5 has the main objective to improve the detection of hate speech in a text or speech where they use metaphor to hide their intention to the public or the naked eye. So they use metaphor to bypass that filter, that image to the target person. So article number 5 focus on that aspect. So, in conclusion, the 5 articles collectively explain that effective hate speech detection requires moving beyond simple labels. Hate speech detection requires analysis from many aspects, such as psycholinguistic markers, emotional signals or context, and metaphors. Hate speech characteristics could be differ based on the context and target. Researchers have shown that the hate speech can be deeply shaped by the specific identity of the target or the social context to the more personal specific figure of a hate target. And this is the list of references that I have used to this presentation and scope review. And that's it for my presentation today. I hope you're having fun and listening to my presentation. Thank you for listening and have a great day.